Terry Bontemps is our next presenter. He's an extraordinary individual who looks at things a lot differently than most people. He's an ex-martial arts instructor who holds a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo and a 1st degree black belt in Kempo. I'd advise you not to get into an argument with him. Unless you're a masochist. He's got an incredible story to share with us for the next couple of days. He has the keys to unlock billions and billions of dollars. I don't know why you're thinking so small, Terry. We think you got the key to open up trillions that used to be tapped in the banking system that would only be sold to other banks, insurance companies, lending institutions, pension funds, things of that nature. In all my years as an entrepreneur, I've never seen anything like this. What Terry does, he finds non-performing paper from banks. Every city in the United States has non-performing paper. In my opinion, Terry's the expert and guru of non-performing paper strategies. That's why we invite him here to the LM2. Let me tell you a short story. I read Terry's course back in May, and shortly thereafter, I received an inquiry from a gentleman from Quest Asset Management. Quest Asset Management is a division of AmeriQuest's loss mitigation department. He saw my ad. He called us up. He was a referral marketing lead. We got to talking. So you do loss mitigation? He says, well, actually what I do is I try to unload our non-performing paper on investors. I said, wow, that's really interesting. I said, can you send me over a few samples of your notes? He did. So I called Terry up. I said, Terry, I got this source. I said, I need some mentoring. It didn't take me long. Approximately 3 weeks before I felt comfortable enough to dabble in that industry, I found a note in Colorado Springs on a house that originally appraised for $490,000. I called an FFPS associate who's an investor right there in Phoenix. We flew up to Colorado Springs right on, it was a Friday. We hopped on a plane that Saturday morning. We were up there. We drove to Colorado Springs, got there Saturday evening. Sunday morning, we were looking at the house. We thought it was worth only $460,000, which was a shame because I was getting it from the bank for $330,000. There's only $130,000 equity. Well, I didn't have $330,000, but the guy with me did. My share in that deal is $15,000. Found another note in Maryland, and Terry helped me out on that one. Appraised at $319,000, which I thought was actually low. I called an investor in Maryland, one of our FFPS associates who happened to also be a mortgage appraiser. He drove out there, looked at the property, came back and said, I want it. My bid at $225,000 was accepted by Quest Management for the property that was worth $320,000 and not a thing wrong with it, title free and clear. The only lien, in other words, that lien, first lien was the only lien on the property. Through Terry's strategies, that was, man, a couple $100,000. I got the proof in the back. I got more notes. I got mailed 8 notes last week by this guy, and a few guys were looking at it. Steve just looked at one property. I can pick it up for $100,000. It's appraised at $160,000. Terry will show you the downside risks and everything, but I'm telling you, it's an unbelievable way to get in real estate. I know a lot about sales and marketing. I didn't know anything about real estate when I read his course. And, in my opinion, I still don't need to know anything except what he taught me to make a lot of money. Without any further ado, what we're going to do is show you a short introduction, and then I'm going to let him take over. And he's going to charm me for the next couple of hours.